Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the SharpSHOOTers. As always, we're your hosts, Danny and Juice. How are we doing tonight, Juice?
I am doing all right. I don't see us yet on camera, but I'll take your word that we are on screen.
You
There
don't
we are.
see us on camera. Oh, okay, good.
I
You
see it now.
scared me. Oh,
It took me a second. I'm here now, though. Hello.
it looks
I'm
like
on.
you're back in your house
I am. I am back at my disclosed
headquarters.
location. Back at Juice headquarters for all the
Juice quarters.
I don't like that. I'm here. I'm ready to go. Dive into some fun Tuesday variety, and I'm ready.
All right,
Do it.
before we get started, there was a fan question that we had to answer, which is, who is the sharpest shooter? Ooh, the Juice Nest. That might be better.
No. Say it again, Danny, out loud.
He's in the Juice Nest. I say that might be better.
Yeah. Oh, you'll get it. Don't worry. Okay. All right, onward with your segment.
Anyway, all right, so before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping. We are at 4 out of 10 subs. If anyone out there in the universe can give us a sub, that would be wonderful. If you have Amazon Prime, you can use your free Prime sub if you attach it to your Twitch account, and it's free for you and gives us a little something every month. That would be great if you could help us out. I mean, I feel like it's too appropriate, but like it's easy to make sense. Maybe wants to know if she's still subscribed. I have no idea if she's still subscribed.
Odds are she is not.
Odds are, if you're asking, she's probably not.
if you did it through Amazon Prime, it resets every month. So
Yeah.
every month you would have to go back in and re-gift us the sub. Again, if it was done through Prime, the answer is probably no.
Yes,
We
sir.
would appreciate that support.
Thank you. So, Tuesday night is our variety night. We usually do some form of game or some sort of rankings or whatever is fun. Tonight, we got some fun stuff on tap. We
I
have
hope so.
each ranked our top elimination chambers through the years. I believe there's like 32 total chamber matches, including men's and women's. We picked our top 5. And we're also going to do another round of the spelling bee, much to my chagrin. I am terrified of tonight. But we'll see that later on. But first,
You should be.
we have our trivia question.
All right, trivia.
Trivia
Hit me.
question. This might be an easy one. I don't know. But it's Elimination Chamber this weekend. We got to do a little Elimination Chamber themed. So,
Sure.
nice and simple. Who has the most eliminations in the chamber? Eliminations. If you want a hint, I can give you the number. I don't know if that will help you.
It probably won't. I mean, I have.
Sorry, and just to specify, men's chamber.
I figured. Well, I have like 3 names in my head. I'm between.
Captain Gas says the juice is loose, by the way.
Hey, that's what I'm trying to do. Juices, it's all over the place from your screen to your stereos. I'm between Triple H, Jericho, and Edge.
Okay.
I know Triple H has won a lot.
So I will tell you, 2 out of those names are the top 3 eliminations. I can't tell you which one is not.
I thought you were going to say 2 out of those 3 are right. I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
It's a tie. It's a trick question. No, I'm kidding. It's one person.
I'm going to go Triple H. It's probably Jericho, but I'm going to go Triple H just because he's won so many.
You should have trusted your second gut instinct. It is Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho has 10. Yep. Randy Orton is actually second with 8. And Triple H rounds out that top 3 with 7. So, pretty close.
I'll take a half point. In my heart.
Pretty close in my heart. I finally got him. All right. But yeah, Elimination Chamber this weekend. I figured that's a little. I wasn't sure if you like check stats or not, so I was like, I'm running a risk if he's checked anything, but had to try it. I won.
Yeah, well, I think I did come across that, so I probably did see it. That's probably why I had a feeling on the top 3 names in my head. But either way, it's fine.
Chad is saying Chris Jericho, which I agree with. I don't know if Juice agrees with his latest run, but that's all right.
Well, yeah. I still like him, but I just don't like the learning tree. So once that's over with, I'll be back on that bandwagon. And when he loses the title, but okay, let's go.
By the way, if you did not see last week's episode, we actually ranked our top all the Chris Jericho gimmicks. There were 10, and we ranked all 10 of them throughout the years. If you want to go back in our video library on YouTube, I think it's off Twitch by now. I think it's been a week. But in YouTube, you can check it out. And it's last week's episode, Chris Jericho Rankings, in case you're interested. Check it out in our link tree below. Thank you for reminding me, Juice.
Yeah.
All right, so going on to our first segment of the night. Just pulling up my card just to make sure we got it. First segment.
A second.
Well, I don't count trivia as our first segment. That's just a nice little opener for everyone. Our first segment of the night, our weekly segment now, is our fantasy leaderboards led by Juice. I'm going to pull them up right now.
Oh, yeah, that first.
Oh, wrong one. There we go.
Week 3. That is not it. Whoa.
A lot of things happen.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Is that not? That should say week 3 on the top.
Was the wrong?
Oh well.
Well, it's still the week 3 rankings, though, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
The numbers are all correct.
This was copied.
So,
this was just screenshotted, so it just wasn't changed to week 3. It was an accident. No big deal.
Oh, that's probably why. Okay. Either way. Yeah. So a big week yet again in week 3. Harley and Jim Fields both moving up 2 spots each. Window closes at noon on Monday.
Woo! Harley got close to me. That was crazy.
Yep, the window does close at noon on Monday, and that does include noon until the last second. So 12:01 is technically when you're considered late. 12 o'clock is still on time.
I want receipts. I want to check everyone's receipts.
Yeah, so again, congratulations to Harley and Jim Fields, both moving up 2 spots.
Big weeks.
Kever Last only moving down 1 spot, but not by a lot of points.
Jay DeFalco.
I mean, the top 4 are still all within 6 points of each other.
It's crazy.
Very close up top. Harley says she's coming for
I
you, Dan.
feel it, but I'm now worried. I think
point.
this week I picked a good week.
1 point out. Congratulations to TJ, though. While he may be low in the ranking, he did win week 3 with 68 points.
Hey.
Apparently, late submissions are accepted by Juice the Crooked Juice. Okay. Well, so just for clarity for everybody else,
we need receipts now. Now we need receipts weekly.
By all means. Notorious ATB from Till 5 Wrestling submitted his roster to me at 12 o'clock on the dot on Monday. I have the timestamp for that. I accepted 12 o'clock on the dot because it is not 12:01.
That's
if
fair.
If it was 12:01, it would have been late.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
That is the controversy being referred to. I am an open book on the dot. My ass. I mean, the timestamps are there.
Collusional.
So, yeah, so still pretty close. Worst ref ever. Yeah.
Wow, they just called you Rick Knox, bro.
That's fine. So yeah, we did give more of an opportunity to the bottom 5 teams this week. For those of you that did not know or hear, thought I'm pretty sure I shared it with everybody. This week only, I gave the bottom 5 teams an extra $5 million to use on their roster, just to try and help them kind of boost up, maybe get back in the game a little bit. That's the only extra money I'll be giving out to partial teams for the rest of the game, just to kind of help them a little bit. From there, they're on their own. But yeah, I mean, I still think it's anybody's game, honestly.
We're so early into it. It's just 3 weeks in.
Well, I mean, yeah, because right now we're in week 4, and there's, I believe, if I did the math right in my head, I think there's total like 11 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not even halfway there.
We just broke. I was gonna say we just broke like a third of the way there. So
a lot of games still to be played. Good luck to everybody. Without getting too much into it, we already had a huge shakeup last night. The first time ever, some wrestlers got negative points.
I know, that was crazy. I was so upset. That'll balance itself out. Bianca, it's fine, girl. I knew what we were doing. I have a feeling you were losing. You're gonna win this weekend. You're gonna make it up. I'm not worried about it.
Captain Captain Egg says, soon the Till 5 comeback will commence.
You
Yeah,
know,
maybe if you guys actually watched Raw and SmackDown and knew what was going on, you'd pick better teams.
or
But
I've been waiting for it. You guys were glazing yourself over the predictions that 1 week, and then ever since then it's been plummeting. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? At least they got a good battle going on for not last place.
That's fair.
They got
That's
that going.
fair.
They got that going for them at least. Yeah, so again, a nice week. Scoring wise, Seth got 11 points. From there, it was the same as usual. If you win, you get 10 points. Seth got 11 because he had
race
two
to the bottom.
Yeah, race to the bottom. Hey, don't want to be last.
No, this week's going to be real interesting, though, because, depending on what you picked, depending on what you trusted, lots of big matches on Raw, SmackDown, and, obviously, Elimination Chamber this weekend. So I'm very nervous and excited. I went back and forth, 3 or 4 times with my picks. I had to edit my picks to you because after I sent it, I was like, no, that's wrong. I got to fix this.
And I'll leave it at this. The last thing I'll say regarding this week, somebody, I believe Mr. Jim Fields, who currently is on a hot streak, moving up 2 spots into the top 3, he picked both Liv and Raquel and Lyra this week.
Nice. So he had a big night last night.
He's already got 60 points for the week. So he's off to a hot start.
Huge.
So other people did well, but he definitely hit the most points just from having the 2 people winning the titles.
Nice.
So I'm really curious how SmackDown goes because I think on SmackDown you got the U.S. title on the line, and if Shinsuke or if LA wins it, woo.
Yeah, that's gonna be wild. I don't know.
But yeah, so
we'll talk about that on Thursday, though. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Tonight's not the wrestling.
So, the last thing I'll say about this, and then we can move on from the leaderboards, is I will not be here next Tuesday for the show. I'm not sure if our co-host Danny will be doing a show solo, but in regards to the fantasy game, I will do my best to score everything while I'm traveling and have something ready for Danny to share. Again, I'll do my best. I have no guarantees, but everything will be scored and tracked and updated eventually. I just don't know how I'm going to get to it because I'll be in Vegas from Saturday till Wednesday next week. So
take some of that subscriber money and try to make it more for us.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
I have your permission.
So, tune in this week. Obviously, everyone is going to be watching Elimination Chamber. I'll be your Doug. Everyone's going to be watching Elimination Chamber to see how this shakes up. Real interested, especially with Jim Fields having a big week and right on our heels. Harley, I'm watching you. We'll see how everything shakes up next week. I am going to try my best to have a show also, hopefully with a special guest. So, we'll see how next week goes. Stay tuned. I'll know by Thursday, I hope. Ooh. All right. Moving on to our next segment of the night, we are going to talk about our favorite elimination chambers. So, like I said, I researched it. There are between the women's and all, since Elimination Chamber is its own pay-per-view and they double up every year, there's about 32 Elimination Chamber matches in total. So I'm curious. I said it before. You obviously didn't know the number. You were a little surprised. How did you come up with your top 5?
So I'll admit, my ranking, the order of them isn't really gospel. I'm not really married to the order of them.
I was curious about that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. There's not much. I'm not gonna lie. It's not in stone or anything. 'Cause I've never really put too much thought into my top thing until we did this segment. And honestly, I kind of scroll through all the ones, and any match that I scrolled through, as I scrolled through the list of the matches in history, if just reading the pay-per-view or the year or the people in it sparked a memory of the match, I instantly considered it on a level of clearly it did something right. It stuck out as a memory, as something that was really good. And then from there, I did go back and watch a few of them, but just to kind of relive them. But yeah, all of these I feel had something in terms of the history in wrestling and something substantial and just great moments, things I particularly loved and enjoyed.
Agreed.
So,
No, I agree. And I kind of did, what I did was I just was all right, which matches do I remember the finishes of, or which matches do I remember big moments of? And then I actually had a list of like almost 10. And then I started looking at the actual match and like trying to remember more of like, all right, what did I like, or was it just the finish? Like at one point, I almost put I forgot what year it was, but the year Santino almost won against Daniel Bryan, like that big false finish at the end. And I was like, oh, that was huge. And then I remember the actual match itself, and I was like, that match sucked. It was just the ending that was like really cool because everyone's like, "Oh my God, Santino might win," but the actual match itself was like terrible. So like that went right off the list right away. So I try to like narrow it down that way. So I kind of did make a top 5. I wouldn't say gospel, but this is pretty accurate to like what my top 5 would be.
Yeah. All right. So let's start with number 5, and we'll kind of go up and just talk about it one by one. So first off, at number 5. You have New Year's Revolution in 2005 with Triple H, Batista, Orton, Jericho, Benoit, and Edge. What made you put that one at number 5?
So that was, I remember, a big one because Shawn Michaels was a special guest referee for that one. So that was like already including that angle. It had the whole Evolution angle with Triple H, Batista, and Orton. And then I just remember Edge and Jericho just tearing down that. Like they had a great match. They were the ones all over the match. The only reason I didn't book it higher, because I loved everyone in the match, was just that finish was so overbooked between Flair, Michaels, everything going on. It was just like, all right, like you could have made it a little bit quicker and it probably would have been better. But like up until that finish, I think it was like a banger of a match. So I really, really liked it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the match too. I didn't like the finish either. I remember particularly about this one was I went to the Raw before this pay-per-view.
Oh, did you really? That's awesome.
At Nassau Coliseum, and I forget the combo, but they basically did like these 6 guys, like they did 3 different one-on-one matches.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Is this that Maitland Ward podcast?
Yo, Marie, I'll text you about that later. That shit was fucking wild. But that's the story for a different podcast. That shit was crazy though. Back to what you were saying.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that match. Like with those matches the week before, so it got me really excited for this match in particular.
Agreed.
It's a good one though. And then for me, mine, I did the Elimination Chamber in 2019. This was Bryan Danielson, Samoa Joe, Kofi Kingston, AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton. Ben Savage won't talk to me anymore either. It's all right. Maybe one day. Maybe we should start a Boy Meets World podcast, Danny.
Yo, I would love to. I could talk that shit for days.
So I went with this one just because it was the lead up to WrestleMania 35. I went to that WrestleMania, so I was really excited for this match. I was thrilled Danielson retained. This was the birth of Kofi Mania because Mustafa Ali got hurt and Kofi got put in. That's what kind of got this all in motion. So I really enjoyed that match. That's why that one makes my top 5.
You know, it's funny. That's my number 3. Because of that, that was the one thing when I was making the list. I was like, all right, the top 2 are there for their own reasons. And then after that, I was like, all right, what is like that one moment? I was like, Kofi Mania. I felt like that was awesome. I fell in love with it. It was the whole thing leading to WrestleMania. So that was my top 3. And then everyone in that match, I forgot that like Samoa Joe was in that match for a second. And not because he wasn't good, just because like Kofi Mania took over so much. And then when I looked back at the match, I was like, this match was fucking awesome. Like this was so dope. They had so many good spots. So everyone was a great worker. There was no one in there that was like dragging it down. I really, really liked this one.
Yeah, great stuff. So moving on to number 4 on our list, I'll go first this time. I have the Elimination Chamber from 2017, and this was with Bray Wyatt, John Cena, AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, The Miz, and Baron Corbin. This one I have on there just because it's Bray Wyatt's first WWE title win.
It's fair.
I was really into the whole Bray feud going on with Orton, I think Styles and all that at that time. So yeah, I loved it. So just a great match, and honestly, a lot of it just for Bray's winning. I thought it was just awesome to give him the belt in the lead up to WrestleMania. So
yeah, that was good. I put Elimination 2014 again, another one where I was like, all right, what's the story that I liked into it? This is the whole authority angle going into it, where like Orton was kind of and the authority were taking over. But like I liked when Orton was part of the authority. I don't like when they shifted to the Rollins part. And then this is also kind of Cesaro. I know some people didn't like it. I liked We the People with Cesaro and Swagger and stuff. I thought they were like being like showcased real well. So all that was going on, and then this also started leading up to the Wyatt family versus Cena for that WrestleMania. That's when they attacked him in this Elimination Chamber to like cost him the title shot. So all those like different stories kind of going on in this match. I really liked the way it came together, and the interference wasn't too much. It was like perfect because we all kind of hated Cena anyway, so we didn't want to see him win. So that was like the perfect amount of interference to get Cena out of there. The whole Super Cena bullshit couldn't take place. And then, I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like this one just because this was the build up to Yeselmania before took over.
Oh yeah.
Like they were still like not gonna do it at this point, and everybody was like livid. So, and I also hated the what do you call them, the authority and all that crap. So
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, number 3. So number 3, I don't gotta go into anymore. We talked about my number 3. Your number 3, I not forgot about, but I wouldn't have made my top 5, but I am like definitely an honorable mention for me.
Yeah, this one's a dark horse for me. I feel like it doesn't really get a lot of love. I loved the tag team Elimination Chamber when they did it.
I wish they did more.
Like I distinctly remember like Kalisto coming off the top of the freaking chamber, doing the flip onto everybody, like the inward somersault, I think it was, or whatever. And just a great like roster of talent in there. You look at all those names, that's like all solid people, and then Tucker. But
Tucker, hey man, he was gonna be the star of WWE Raw at one point. How dare you?
Yeah, I'm sure. So yeah, just a good dark horse for me. I enjoyed this match a lot, and I think the tag one get more love. So
that's so funny. All
right,
right,
number 2.
Number 2s, both are number 2s. Same pay-per-view, different matches, which I found really interesting. I personally liked. Go ahead. You want to go first?
Before you go, I want you to go first because I think it makes sense. If I recall, I think your match was the first match of the night.
Yes.
Which is why you go. That's fine.
That I enjoyed my match just because, and I know that kind of led to the surprise factor for your match, which is also, like you said, really interesting that it was number 2 and everything. I love that Edge was eliminated early. I love that for one of the first times in Elimination Chamber, we were like, oh my God, we're definitely getting a new champion. We don't know how it's going to play out. Taker winning, I think, was a beautiful touch on that. And this is another one where, with the exception of, and even Big Show at that point was still working well, I think all of them were good workers. Kozlov, I know, gets a bad rap, but at that time he was getting pushed well. I'm not saying he was a great worker, but he wasn't he wasn't a bad hand at that point. He was getting pushed well. And for that kind of match, Kozlov is an easy, just do some muscle moves, get eliminated, get out of there. But for me, it was more so Taker winning, Edge getting eliminated early and kind of giving us that surprise factor. Jeff Hardy doing his Jeff Hardy craziness. I just really enjoyed all the match.
Was this the one? Was this the show where, I'm trying to recall, where HBK got involved and they did that awesome spot off the rope, the bouncing off the rope or the chamber into the tombstone?
No. That was Shawn Michaels wasn't in this one.
All right. Well, no. That's the thing. I don't think Shawn was in the match where Taker did that spot. That's my point. I think Shawn interfered and Taker just did it.
That's what I'm saying. But wasn't that? No, I think that was when Shawn was trying to cost Taker the match. I don't think this was 2009. I don't think that was happening yet. That was for the build up to their WrestleMania match.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just trying to remember because 2009. Well,
was that a year or two later?
Because 2009 was 25. 2008 was 24. So this was WrestleMania 25. So maybe it was the next year. Maybe it was 2010.
Yeah.
Either way, I remember that moment. That's a good spot. But yeah, and then lastly, The number ones.
Wait,
Oh
you're
no,
talking about yours.
you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Number two. Number two. So my No Way Out match, I went with the one that happened later in the night between Edge, Cena, Jericho, Kane, Rey Mysterio, and Mike Knox.
Edge
In
again.
this one, Edge again because I believe he took out Kofi.
Yeah.
Um, and it took Kofi's spot because he lost the title in the first match, and
So
then jumped
funny.
into this match
That was
later on,
crazy.
and then won. And I loved it. Still am. I was always a huge Edge guy, so that was awesome for me. Where he just like lost it and got back in there and won it. Dope match, fun stuff. And again, Cena didn't win, so it's always fun. Yeah, that's my number two. And now going on to the number one.
Our
Do you
number
want to go
one.
first, or do you want me to go first?
I think you go first this time.
Okay. So I went with number one, New Year's Revolution 2006. This one's infamous. I know it's mostly infamous for what happens after the match, but this is the classic one where Edge cashes in Money in the Bank for the first time after the match by giving the briefcase to Vince, running in and spearing Cena, and just so maybe it's cheating a little bit because I'm including something not from the match, but honestly, I think it goes hand in hand. You almost have to count it. Um, and I like the match too. I mean, it helps set up Angle versus HBK at WrestleMania 21, and you get Carlito and Masters are a little weak, but kind of like you said about Kozlov at that point, they were getting whatever.
They were getting a push, so
And
they were still facing big time guys. So yeah,
I never believed them as threats anyway.
No.
But either way, it was a fun match, and it just cherry on the top when Cena lost and Edge cashed in. Awesome moment.
So I was wondering why that was your number one, and it makes more sense now with the. I figured it was because of the cash in. And yeah, to your point, huge moment. I was just kind of basing it on the matches themselves. That's why I was taking out some matches. My number one was the first one for me. I remember almost every spot in that first one. It was awesome. I remember Shawn Michaels' stupid fucking trunks because whatever happened, he lost his that day. The RVD spot from the top, the first time someone jumped off the cage, and it looked kind of weird because you didn't know how to jump off the cage and you didn't want to hit the roof, but it still kind of hit. But everything, just the way the storytelling that was going on at the time, the 6 people they picked for the first one, I think, were the right 6 between the physicality, the storytelling, the emotion you could put into there. So I just really thought that this was the perfect recipe to give us our first one.
Yeah, I mean, I remember HBK's little Dutch boy haircut too.
Yeah, that's stupid haircut.
You can't forget about Dutch boy HBK. But I thought about this one, but honestly, all the reasons you said you liked it are exactly why I didn't. Listen, it was the first time they were ever doing it. They clearly didn't know what they had yet with the match. They didn't know what they were doing. The cell wasn't structured anywhere near what it became. And an RVD hurting Triple H. I mean, it's a sloppy, bad spot, and it kind of messed up his career. RVD is not Triple H. Fuck.
I was gonna say.
But I mean, listen, was it a bad match? No, but I just, I can't put it high personally just because it was the first one, and they clearly didn't really know what was up yet, if that makes sense.
No, that's fair. They didn't use the chamber as much as they could have. No, I totally get what you mean.
Yeah, and it was stiff as hell. If you go back and rewatch it, there's no give. Everything's just good luck.
Yeah. All right, let me see what I can do here to mess with us a little bit.
What are you going to do?
Bam. Sweet. So, that was our rankings. We hope you guys enjoyed us. Let us know what your rankings are. Let us know if you think we missed any big ones or we put ones in that shouldn't have been there. That's coming up after the break, Juice. Calm it down. Before Juice opens another pack, we're going to take a commercial break. Please stick with us. While you're waiting, give us a sub. That would totally help. I'm putting it back in the chat how to do it through your Prime account, and we'll be back after this commercial break. Please don't go anywhere. Topanga. Welcome back, everyone, from that commercial break. Thank you for our 5th sub, Marie. I'm going to assume that was you. Unfortunately, it did not give us the notification. I don't know why. So I'll figure that out when we can. Is that a chicken nugget?
Chicken nugget keychain.
Is that for the sub?
No, that's just mine.
Oh, careful. We can't just give out things like that. All right, so before we go to our main event of me embarrassing myself, we have a card pack opening. So I'm going to give Juice the big screen.
So these are the 2022 Allures.
That's the big Juice.
So 2022, the Allure Blaster Box, not the Hobby Box. Let's get to it. Let's get some ASMR.
Oh, God, here we go. So, for those of you that don't know, Juice has been getting some pretty bad pulls from these packs. Unlike his brother, who's been getting awesome pulls from this pack. Okay. So, hopefully the tides change tonight for our little Juice.
It's okay. All right, first up, Malachi Black.
Ooh. Unfortunately, he's not around anymore.
Well, again, these are 2022.
No, I know. It's just so recent. I'm so upset still.
Yeah. All right, so this one is just a base card, but I do blame Matt for this one. Boy, Jack Perry. Although it's not Scapegoat, but it is a base Jungle Boy Jack Perry.
We were joking that Juice is going to pull a one out of one Scapegoat whatever. Jack Perry.
Ooh, a black rainbow variant of Powerhouse Hobbs. I like that one.
Oh, nice.
Powerhouse.
That's a good one.
I like these cards. They look really nice, all colorful and shiny and stuff.
Shiny cards always make you feel better, just when you open them.
We have a red-orange color flow of Johnny Hungy.
Where have they been? Speaking of guys who just help AEW and then disappear, where have they been?
So John Silver is hurt. They haven't officially said it, but when he came out,
he's freaking jacked.
Yeah, when he came out at I think Ring of Honor, like that Hammerstein weekend, he was very taped up and he looked hurt. And I think even the next night he came out and he wasn't wrestling; he was all taped up. So I think he's hurt and they're giving him time off.
Got it.
So Reynolds and Uno, on the other hand, are wrestling on Ring of Honor. But John Silver, best wishes, get well soon, friend. Friend of the show. Cash Wheeler, ace card.
Basic. Basic.
And last up, another friend of the show. We got the Chugs.
Boom!
Adam Cole, baby. Base card. Our good friend Adam Cole.
He doesn't look ripped, man. You gotta be careful. People are gonna make fun of him.
I'll leave him alone.
Yeah, he was limping when that kid was asking for his hat. Unfortunately.
Yeah. At the Hammerstein show, yeah.
All right, so some nice cards for Juice.
Not bad, yeah. The Hobbs and the Silver are nice. I don't think I have those two, so. Yeah.
Well,
again, these are from a blaster box, so it's not a hobby box, so the pulls won't be as big, but still nice.
Say that to your brother. I heard he gets big pulls. Anyway,
from hobby box.
I'm getting my digs in before I'm embarrassed. So, moving on to the main event, we have our spelling bee. For those of you who have not seen this before, I spell whatever Juice can give to me. I am notoriously bad at spelling. I usually have to have someone check my emails just because I don't pay attention half the time and make a lot of mistakes. So you were going to see me type live. And it's almost I don't even want to say it. Just give me the goddamn words.
All right, so I'm taking a risk here, Danny.
I'm taking a risk.
This is not a list that I think you or any of our viewers are expecting. I went and I found a list online.
All American names. Thanks, bro.
So, well, kinda. So you probably will make out okay. This may not work as well as I wanted to, but if anything, it'll make you laugh. It'll make everybody
thank
laugh.
God.
So I found a list where about 8 years ago, good friend of the show, Chuck Taylor. What up, Chucky T? He was on a podcast, and as a joke, he rambled off a bunch of wrestler names that he came up with, like gimmicks that wrestlers should have, and that never got used. So these are just made up wrestler names.
Oh God!
These are all made-up wrestling names that don't exist. No established people. But again, they're all. I was about to say in English. They're all like American like names. It's not going to be like you're not getting no Kazuchkas or Konosuke's in here.
All right.
So we'll see.
So I have
Maybe
a
you'll get
chance.
'em all.
This might be my best week yet. It's a
all right.
possibility.
All right. So here we go. Pud Nelson.
I feel like this is a trick. It would be too. Why is that so big?
Oh. Pud.
Hold on. That's not an R. Hold on. I gotta put this a little bit smaller. For some reason, why is that getting cut off? Interesting.
Pud.
I don't understand. All right, I'm still trying to figure out, but that is an N at the end. I'm just trying to figure out what the best font size is. There we go. We'll go with that. All right, Pud Nelson. There you go.
That is correct.
Let's
some
go.
Of these are going to be long. Some of these are going to be long, so I don't know how it's going to look, but you may want to try and make that smaller. Just a heads up in advance.
Oh boy.
All right.
Next up.
Let's go with Boomer Scarborough.
Oh, that Scarborough is gonna fuck me up. Boomer Scarborough. Final answer.
Danny, unfortunately, that is incorrect.
God damn it! How bad?
It's the version. It's the version Freebird wrote in chat. It's you had the scar part right. It's
I knew that. Like that. All right. All right. That's a bad name.
Let's go. Let's go with. Let's see. What's another good one here? Adrian Dill Picklesby.
Okay, so Adrian has to be like that. You said, what was the middle name? D?
Adrian Dill Picklesby.
Dill Picklesby. I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with that.
That is incorrect. Adrian Dill is correct. Picklesby is not spelled right. It is Picklesby. Picklesby.
Oh, I kept hearing B. I didn't hear Blee. I probably would have put
Adrian Dill Picklesby.
I don't know here. I didn't hear the Blee. All right.
It's all right. These names sound like they're from.
Yeah, I feel like this is the intro to the football.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with Tiff Sanford.
One more time.
Tiff Sanford.
Piff Stanford. Is that what you said?
No. I feel like I'm playing the game. What's that game that Fallon plays? Where he
Telephone?
puts, like, headphones on.
Yeah.
And like mouths them. Yeah. Tiff Sanford.
I keep hearing Piff. Maybe it's Tiff Stanford now. I don't know.
I said it 3 times. You're on your own.
I know. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm hearing Tiff Stanford for some reason. I don't know why. Stanford. I'm hearing Stanford.
That is incorrect. So it is Tiff Sanford.
Sanford? So if I get rid of the T, am I correct?
No, there's no D at the end. I'm sorry, no, there is a D at the end. But yeah.
I was going to say, you said Sanford.
No, there's no D.
Not
There's
D
no
in the
D
middle. Yeah. Got it. Give him an Asian name. Shut up, Killer Tomato.
Listen, I know I'm working off the list that Chuck Taylor provided.
Yeah. We're not doing any foreign names. We're doing made-up names today. Get out of here, Tomato.
So this one is Bareback Benny Fig.
Is Benny Fig one name?
No, it's
okay.
Bareback Benny Fig.
Bareback. I don't think Benny's right. Hold on. I want to change Benny to this. So there, figure at the end. That's what I want to. That's my final answer.
So you actually had it right, but that isn't correct.
Oh, it is the NY?
It is BENNYFIGG. You had it right, and you changed it.
Oh, FIGG. So I still would have gotten it technically wrong. That's funny.
I thought you had two G's.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, then never mind.
No, I didn't think they'd put Benny so easy.
Yep. All right.
Shut up, Tomato. We know.
All right. Here's a. This was so stupid. Pro bowler Benji ball return Roberts.
So it's the Benji that's gonna fuck me up. How do they spell Benji? Benji has to be. Is it with a Y or an? So ball return. Benj. There's so many different ways you can spell Benji. That's fucked up. Let's go with this way. Benji. And what was the last name? Roberts?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to go with that as my final answer.
You are way off.
What? You said ball return Benji Roberts.
No, I did not. I said pro bowler Benji ball
pro
return
bowler.
Roberts.
Bowl return. My bad.
So it's pro bowler Benji ball return Roberts.
That's
No,
fine. Bowl return Benji Roberts.
All right, let's go with
Wait, is that right?
Johnny... No, it's wrong.
How do you spell Benji Roberts?
It's pro bowler.
I don't care about the Pro Bowl part. We got that. Is the Benji Roberts part correct? That's the only part I care about.
It's BENJY.
Oh, it's a J, son of a bitch. God damn it. That's the only part I cared about. I didn't care about the rest of the stuff that was obvious. I just cared about the Benji. Son of a bitch.
Let's go with Crooked Dick Johnny Hogg.
What? I didn't hear the last name. I started laughing. What's the last name?
Crooked Dick Johnny Hogg.
I think that's an easy one. I think it's just the joke of, well, how are these names?
He's speaking of dumb names.
No, 2 G's.
Right. You sure about that?
No. No, I'm not sure. I'm going to stick with 2 G's.
That is correct.
Yes.
All right,
these are ridiculous names.
Next up, we have Dick the Hammer Dick.
What?
Didn't you know both these guys in college? On that note, I'll see myself out of the stream. Why are you leaving? Are you wanting more Asian names? Sorry to disappoint.
So there's an ER at the end. I'm trying to...
Okay.
There we go.
Yep, that is correct.
This is, I mean...
All right.
We're going to discuss these names later off chat, sir.
I'm just reading off what I got here.
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, let's go with...
Chat, you know what's going on right now.
Here we go.
All I know is that we've been putting the word dick over and over in the chat, and our numbers are going.
Let's go with Lemuel Little Baby Dong Denver.
Repeat the first name.
Lemuel Little Baby Dong Denver.
Okay, I'm gonna put the rest of the stuff that's obvious. Little Baby Dong Denver. That's all obvious. Now we need to...
SSD Network says hashtag Dick is trending on Twitch.
Now we need to get...
We did it.
One more time. You gave me 3 last time. Did you say one more time the first name?
Lemuel.
Lemuel.
Yep. I said it 3 times. That's all you get.
I know. I just said that. Lemuel.
No, so Tom, if you missed the beginning of this segment, these are names provided by Chuck Taylor. A few years ago on a podcast, he came up with a bunch of dumb names for wrestlers that were never used. Clearly, they're said tongue in cheek. They're dumb. But I thought it'd be fun to take the names and pick ones that I thought Danny wouldn't be able to spell.
And he's been pretty good so far. I think these are good. This is my final answer.
That is correct.
That's correct. I got Lemuel correct. Let's go.
You got Lemuel correct. All right, so we got two more here that I think are good. There's other ones I'm skipping that I think are like just too easy, dumb. But I have two more, and then we'll
oh my god!
Unless you want the easy ones, but
let's do the two more, and then I'll tell you how I feel after those two.
Yeah. All right, so we have Mick the Kraken McCracken.
Hey, didn't we have a McCracken on one thing? Mick. I assume they're not going to go racist, so I'll put a K at the end. The Kraken McCracken.
That's a name.
Or is it with a C? I'm going to stay with the K. It's probably wrong.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
First Kraken is spelt correct. The second Kraken does have a C before the second K.
Before the second K? Like that?
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Still wrong.
That's ridiculous.
Yep.
I'll take the half point in my heart.
There you go. Okay, I hear you.
Dick Trickle, Dick Face, Penis Johnson. All right. See, they're coming up with almost the same names.
We're getting all the algorithms tonight. All right. And I do want to preface, I only read about half this list and then stopped, and I figured this will be good enough. So I am kind of winging this. Johnny Sins is smiling somewhere. All right. Hardwood, rich mahogany.
Oh, man. I know how to spell mahogany, I think. Hardwood, rich. No, I don't know how to spell mahogany. Hold on. Mahogany. I hate it. I know there's a stupid way to spell it.
Come on, Danny. You do it.
Mahogany.
Use your words.
Mahogany. That's so wrong.
Oh no. So at first I thought you were just gonna get it wrong because hardwood is two different words.
Is hardwood two different words? All right, hardwood rich.
Well, it's two different words, not woods.
That's all right. Hard.
Mahogany is very incorrect though. It is again the way it's spelled here is Mahogany. Mahogany. Wow. That is.
You know, I psyched myself out. I thought it was spelled like stupid, so I just started typing in whatever I thought. I thought an OU could come in there somewhere. I don't know.
The funny thing is, for the most part, none of these are really spelt stupid. If anything, they just have somehow the two G's or two whatever.
Hey, man. Again, give me the two easy ones. Let's see if I can end on a good note.
Well, there's not two easy ones. There's just a bunch I skipped.
You said you skipped two easy ones.
Oh, no, I didn't say that.
This is a thing of beauty. Spell it. You can't say it. Can you give this name in a dick sentence?
All right. So, again, these are, all right. Buster Norberg.
Norberg? I'm going to stick with that.
Is actually incorrect. It's B-E-R-G. Norberg.
Borg. All right. Last one. Let's see if I can end on a good note.
Okay, let's do this one. Hand job Dave Henderson.
I'm going to assume hand job is one word. Hand job Dave. And can you give me the last name one more time? Henderson, I believe you said?
Yeah, hand job Dave Henderson.
Henderson. If that's not how you spell it, I honestly, I don't know.
That is correct.
If it wasn't, If it wasn't, I would be so confused.
Oh
So
my God.
I'm gonna leave this as the last thing on our screen, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed tonight's. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. We had a great Elimination Chamber ranking. Please go back and check that out. If you missed it, we each ranked our top 5. Juice had some pretty decent card packing openings. I think this time we got some good ones. And I made a fool of myself once again in probably the easiest spelling bee I've had to date. And
I think it was pretty.
and I couldn't even get mahogany. So that's my life. Danny looks like a dick that needs to be 500 yards away from a school. Hashtag no facial hair. Hashtag hairless dick. This night has gone away from us. So I'm going to sign off now. Thank you for coming. Please join us Thursday. We're going to talk about This Week in Wrestling, do our Elimination Chamber predictions, and that's about it. And then I'll let you know if Tuesday's happening, what's happening on Tuesday. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for the sub. We'll see you guys on Thursday.
Oh, God, that killed him.
Jesus.
Give me your soul, man.